Fashion and art collide at the Denver Art Museum. Drawn to Glamour, Fashion Illustrations by Jim Howard celebrates his 4 decades of Jim's award-winning editorial work as a fashion illustrator. So excited to have him here today to find out more about this unique art exhibition. I'm joined with Jim Howard and also Florence Muller, who is the museum's fashion and textile curator. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So Jim, let's start out first with people who aren't familiar with fashion illustration. Talk about this art form and where did it come from?
Actually, the illustration part came as a necessity for people to advertise their garments and their designs. And it morphed into a more standard illustration technique. Mine was a little bit different, and
you've had quite the career. I mean, you live here in Denver now, but you're from Texas, and your journey, you had a very successful career as a fashion illustrator, even brands like Neiman Marcus. Could you share your journey a little bit with us?
well, as the Denver Post did a nice article on me before the exhibition opened up, and they said something about a little hick boy from West Texas ending up in New York. And I was never really thrilled with that.
Well, there's the young boy. I'll tell you what, that's one good-looking boy.
Those are the photographs that when I see them, I say, what happened?
Well, you look wonderful now, absolutely. But you've had quite the career, and that's not right, saying you're just some hick boy.
Well, right, yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So what's about your illustration process? Because it's very unique. Yours is quite different.
I tend to be more realistic and more naturalistic because the fashion illustration and fashion drawings tend to be more stylized and mainly just echoing what the fashion looked like. But I tend to, and Florence actually discovered me partially because of the reality that I put in my work.
Really? Now, Florence, I want to find out, first off, you're beautiful, absolutely stunning. But I want to talk about, you're originally from Paris, and when you saw Jim's work, what made you think, hey, I need to feature this, I need to have it shown?
First of all, because he was active in New York. You know, most of his career, he was during several decades active in New York, among many other great fashion illustrators, and he was very famous at that time, especially in the 70s and the 80s. Then we have the chance to have an exhibition on Jim in Denver, which is about one of the major fashion illustrators in the whole history of fashion illustration.
Wow.
Now, it's a great chance, really, that we have this exhibition showing how much fashion illustration is a form of art.
So take me there. When I enter the art museum, tell me, what am I going to see?
Oh, you will see many different ways of showing fashion and trends from, you know, the lifestyle, because fashion illustration makes you dream about a lifestyle that perhaps you don't have, but you want to reach this sort of glamorous life. And you will see many designers, you know, the way they were very inspiring for the fashion trends. Also some dresses, one of Christian Dior, you know, right now.
Beautiful.
And you will see how glamorous the style of Jim is, and also this very specific style that he has. He's able to show an illustration as glamorous as a fashion photography, because he's using a very special way of enlightening the models with a light that comes from here, you know. It's a very theatrical manner of showing fashion.
And it's very rare to have it actually at the art museum, so I want to encourage you to please go check it out. Beautiful fashion art. Let's talk about the paper dolls. I remember growing up and playing with paper dolls. I mean, such an inspiration when I was young to be in the fashion world. Talk about what you brought here today.
Complete accident that I ended up drawing paper doll books, but I was encouraged by a friend and a publisher to do, I don't know if I have my first paper doll book here, but I started doing a paper doll book based on my career. And that one kind of led to, it hooked me.
Right.
And I found that I really loved it because I had had a whole lifetime of art and fashion. So
That's
it was
wonderful.
a logical place for me to go.
Well, I am thrilled to have you on the show and thrilled that you're featured at the Denver Art Museum. Thank you for giving us a sneak peek today. Thank you, Florence, very
Thank you.
much.
Thank
Again,
you.
could come check out the beautiful fashion art illustrations at Drawn to Glamour Fashion Illustrations by Jim Howard at the Denver Art Museum. It's currently on view through August 5th, and you can find all of the details at denverartmuseum.org.